You hate to see it. It's a dark day in my household. Oh, but you like my shirt. Well, thank you for noticing. Ricky, I need a rhyme. I didn't think of a rhyme. What is up, poopers, scoopers, and 8-bar loopers? Thanks for sitting down at the messy desk with me this week. Today, I've got another quick one for you. Got another octa suggestion, another quick tip for you, my beautiful viewers. We only have 4 bars to sequence with on the ELEKTRON octa track, don't we? And we hate that. We wish we had more, but we don't. We only have 4. That rhymed. It was perfectly timed. If you feel like you came to this video to learn something, I apologize if you leave feeling nickeled and dimed. Anyway, one of the really cool things about the octa track and ELEKTRON sequencers in general is that you have so many tricks up your sleeve to extend your sequence beyond 4 bars, right? You have conditional triggers. You can use probability, which is a part of conditional triggers. I'm kind of elaborating here. And so that's great. But you run into an issue where what happens if on trigger 9 here, I want something to happen, and then I want something else to happen in the exact same spot. I'm out of luck. Right? I'm stuck with just this. No matter how many times it loops around, I can only have one trigger on this trigger, right? I can only have one trigger in this space, is what I would say if I sucked at the octa track, which I don't. Hey, I'm good at the octa track, you dumb baby. So I know what needs to happen here. What needs to happen here is we gotta stack those triggers. Stack them. Grab all your little liberal friends and get triggered, okay? Climate change, it's real. Climate change is killing the planet. Rampant systemic racism and sexism is...
Stop talking about politics. Just talk about the music.
Stay out of my shit. Anyway, we're all surely going to die of climate change. Capitalism's doing capitalism things, but hey, the government has electric vehicles now, somewhat, a little bit, just a tiny bit, so don't worry, it'll be fine. We need to do something that I like to call stacking triggers, and it's actually a really simple process. It'll take me very little time at all to show you. And then, dude, I'm in your hair right now, right? See this right up here in this area? That's where I am. I'm residing in your hair, and you hate it, and I love it, because I'm making ad revenue while I'm living in your hair, lice-like, but then I'm going to get out of your hair. So just let me hang out in your hair, let me bite on your skull a little bit, and then when I'm done, baby, you'll have a fresh haircut, all the kids at school will hate you, and your mom will have to buy you some fancy shampoo. Anyway, here's all you have to do. Wherever your trigger is that you want to have 2 triggers happen, make sure you put your finger on the trigger, blah, blah, blah. You set a trigger condition so that it only happens either 1 of every 2 times or 2 of every 2 times. Then set another trigger, micro time it all the way back, and set it so that it happens the other time. And essentially what will happen is they will alternate back and forth. And there you go. You've stacked your triggers. Easy as hell. I have a couple practical examples to show you before I get the hell out of that dang hair. Let's listen to this track really quick. This is something I've been working on for a couple weeks, actually. A patron who is kind enough to give me $10 per month finally decided to cash in on their rightful demand that I sample something for them. And what they wanted me to sample was music for 18 musicians. I don't know why I'm referring to them as though they are some nameless individual. Shout out. Holy shit, I hope it's Connor Crane. I hope it's Connor Crane. If it's not Connor, I'll overdub this. He wanted me to sample music for 18 musicians, which is a wonderful piece by Steve Reich. And so what I did was I took it into Ableton, granularized the shit out of it. I'm not going to show you that process because my metrics don't lie. No one wants to see Ableton. So what I'm going to do is just show you what I did after I'd granularized the samples. And it sounds a little bit like this. Oh, there you go. Now it's changing. I'm just going to show you the instances where I have some triggers stacked, and I think mainly it is on the snare drum. And this is not meant to be a super comprehensive look at what you can do with trig stacking, because it can go as deep as you want it to, but just a really easy kind of dead simple way to show you how I'm extending a loop a little bit. And so yeah, let's listen. So on the snare here, I have these 3 triggers. Let's listen. Cool. So what's happening here is I have 12 and 13 are my stacked triggers. So I have 12 here happening 1 of every 2 times, 13 here happening the 2nd of every 2 times, micro timed all the way back. And you can hear that there's a little bit of difference here. 12 has a little bit of reverb, 13, that's a lot of reverb. And so I don't want that to happen every single time. I don't want this one to happen every single time. It gets a little boring, gets a little bland. And so I have them interchanging like that, and it worked great. Similarly, at the end here, I have 5, which is happening 1 of every 2 times, and 6. Oops, I just made 5 go away. And 6, which is happening 2 of every 2 times. 5 sounds pretty normal. Yeah, 6 does not. Okay, so what's happening there is I have a lot of flanger assigned to this trigger. And I have a trigless trig here, changing some parameters, and a slide trig so that it will interpolate between these 2 values. And it's just a little bit of slight movement, a little bit of subtle movement, just to keep things a little more interesting. So we'll listen with the kick drum here and the hi-hats. Yeah, and I think it's pretty effective. And you know what, dude? That's it. There you go. You've made it through. You can get me out of your hair now. Go take a shower. And yeah, that's trig stacking. You can also do it with trigless locks or trigless trigs for various reasons. Someone pointed out to me in a video once that I was doing it with a trigless lock kind of needlessly, because you can just still have it trigger if all you're doing is changing an effect, which is a good point. But yeah, you can do all kinds of fancy stuff, especially when you consider that you can sample lock. You can have it be probabilistic instead of just deterministically changing back and forth. There's a lot of room for experimentation there. And so I kind of wanted to just take this ball of information, jump shot it over to you. You can grab it, scoop it, alley-oop it. Come on and slam. Welcome to the jam. You got yourself a song, brother. So I'm sure a lot of people know about this already, but I didn't for a long time. It was a huge discovery, a huge moment for me when I figured it out. So I thought I'd share it with you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. If you do, I hope you will like, comment, and subscribe and ding the bell for notifications. Check me out on Patreon if that's something you're interested in. You get my music early. You get sample packs for free. You can take lessons with me if you want. That's on my website, though. Got to check that out on my website. And the plugging's done. I'm done. My back itches in that one spot that I cannot reach, and only my wife can, so I must go seek her out. So, friends, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Daniel, this is The Messy Desk, and I love you more than I love the delightful feeling of my wife's sharp nails on my itchy, itchy back. I'll see you next week. Peace.